While everyone is still celebrating Rory McIlroy's second green jacket, a 26-year-old from Sweden just quietly walked onto Harbour Town Golf Links and shot one of the best rounds of the entire season. 8 under par, not a single bogey, and most golf fans have absolutely no idea it even happened. Stay with me, because by the end of this video you are going to understand exactly why Ludvig Åberg might be the most important name in professional golf right now, and why the RBC Heritage just got a whole lot more interesting. Welcome back to Fairway Frank, your daily round of golf news. I am your host, and today we are talking about the round that the golf world is sleeping on. Round 1 of the RBC Heritage at Harbour Town Golf Links in Hilton Head, South Carolina. And the man at the top of the leaderboard is not who most people expected. Let me set the scene for you first. The Masters just wrapped up last Sunday. Rory McIlroy won his second consecutive green jacket. Historic, emotional, deserved. And with Rory stepping away from the RBC Heritage this week to rest and recover, along with Justin Rose and Hideki Matsuyama, many people assumed the tournament field felt a little thin at the top, a little less electric, a little less must-watch. Those people were wrong. Because on Thursday at Harbour Town, Ludvig Åberg walked onto that first tee and proceeded to put on a ball-striking clinic that left everyone watching with their jaws on the floor. 8 birdies, 0 bogeys, a final score of 63. That is 9 strokes under the par of 71 at one of the most demanding, precise, tree-lined golf courses on the entire PGA Tour schedule. Harbour Town does not give you 63s. Harbour Town makes you earn every single shot. And Åberg made it look almost effortless. He sits 1 shot clear of Harris English and Viktor Hovland heading into round 2 today. Matt Fitzpatrick, one of our picks coming into this week, is 2 shots back in a group at 6 under. And the world number 1, Scottie Scheffler, who had one of the rockiest starts you will ever see from a player of his caliber, is sitting at 3 under after recovering from hitting his very first shot of the tournament out of bounds. We will talk more about Scheffler in a moment, because that story deserves its own discussion. But right now I want to focus on Åberg, because I think this young man is not getting nearly enough credit for what he is doing on the PGA Tour. Here is something that surprises us every single time we check our analytics. More than 90% of the people watching this video right now are not subscribed to Fairway Frank. 90%. Ludvig Åberg just shot a 63 at one of the hardest courses on tour the week after a Masters where he was in contention again. And most golf fans out there are still not following this story daily. That is exactly the kind of performance that deserves a bigger audience. Subscribe to Fairway Frank right now. Hit that bell. Share this video with one person in your life who loves this game. Now let's continue. So let me tell you who Ludvig Åberg is, because if you are not fully up to speed on this young man, today is the day that changes. Åberg is 26 years old. He is from Sweden. He turned professional in 2023 after a decorated college career at Texas Tech, and he has risen through the ranks of the PGA Tour at a pace that very few players in the modern era have matched. He is a 2-time Tour winner already. He has the kind of ball-striking statistics that make analysts stop and double-take, and his major championship pedigree, at 26 years old, is already remarkable. Cast your mind back to the 2024 Masters, Åberg's very first major as a professional. He was in contention all week long and finished as the runner-up at Augusta National in his major debut. That does not happen by accident. That happens when a player has an extraordinarily rare combination of mental composure, elite technique, and the kind of competitive instinct that simply cannot be taught. And then this week at the Masters just gone, his 3rd start at Augusta, he was right there again. He was tied for the lead late in the final round before finishing 7th. 2 top 10s at Augusta in his first 3 starts. I want you to think about that for a moment. Think about how many great players have spent their entire careers chasing a top 10 at Augusta and never found one. And this young man has 2 already before his 27th birthday. Now here's the thing that makes Thursday's round at Harbour Town even more impressive. After his Masters week, where he was so close to contention and ultimately fell back, a lesser player might have let that linger, might have carried that frustration into the next tournament, might have arrived at Hilton Head with some emotional baggage weighing on his swing. Not Åberg. He showed up at Harbour Town, assessed the conditions, warm air, swirling wind, narrow tree-lined fairways, and responded with the best round of the day by 1 shot. He told reporters after his round that Harbour Town is a completely different kind of challenge from Augusta, that the back 9 here is among the best in the game for creating birdie opportunities if you are in the right position, and that he came in feeling sharp about his iron play. Sharp is an understatement. The shot that sealed his solo lead came on the par 3 17th hole, an 8-iron to about 15 feet on the back corner of the green in swirling wind. He made the birdie, closed with a par on 18, walked off the course with a 63 and a one-shot lead over two very accomplished players in Harris English and Viktor Hovland. Now I want to pause here and ask you something directly, because this is a conversation I genuinely want to have with this community. Do you think Ludvig Åberg wins the RBC Heritage this week? And more importantly, do you think he is ready to win a major championship, a Masters, a US Open? Where does this young man fit in the conversation about the next generation of golf greatness? Drop your answer in the comments below. I read every single one and I will be responding all week. This is exactly the kind of conversation that makes following golf so endlessly fascinating, watching a new generation of players announce themselves on the biggest stages. Now let me quickly touch on Scottie Scheffler, because the world number one had one of the most dramatic opening holes you will ever see at a PGA Tour signature event. He hit his first tee shot of the day out of bounds on hole number 1, had to re-tee, then made a 12-foot putt to escape with a bogey. If that happens to most players in the field, it derails their entire round. But Scheffler responded with a 3-under 68 that had him right in the picture by the end of the day. That is the mark of a great player, not avoiding adversity, but absorbing it and continuing forward. Defending champion Justin Thomas had a much tougher afternoon. He finished the day at 4 over par. That puts him in serious danger of missing the cut heading into round 2. For the man who lifted the trophy here last year, that is a difficult position to be in. But Harbour Town has a way of turning rounds around very quickly in either direction. Nothing is decided yet. And Viktor Hovland, who had his own heartbreak at the Masters last week when he double bogeyed 15 in the final round after catching the wind at the wrong moment, bounced back with a beautiful bogey-free 64. He told reporters he does not feel entirely back to where he wants to be with his swing yet, but that he is seeing enough signs of progress to feel confident. A 64 at Harbour Town without feeling your best is genuinely impressive. Here is where we stand heading into round 2 of the RBC Heritage. Åberg leads at 8 under. Hovland and English one back at 7. A group of 6 players, including Matt Fitzpatrick, at 6 under. Scheffler lurking at 3 under, with every reason to believe he can make a significant move on Friday. Round 2 is underway today, and I will be back with the full update. Who made the cut, who is climbing, and whether Åberg can hold on to that lead as the field tightens up. Before I go, one more time, who is your pick to win the RBC Heritage this week? Is it Åberg going wire to wire, Scheffler making his move, or someone in that chasing pack ready to make a charge? Tell me below. This is Fairway Frank, your daily round of golf news. New video every single day. I will see you back here tomorrow with round 2 results from Harbour Town. Until then, straight down the fairway.